Hello Minecrafters, this is Big MU Gamer and today I'm going to show you my airship. Now as you can see it's modeled after a 16th century Spanish galleon attached to a dirigible, which means it has an internal framework. As you can see, the dirigible has two engines which allows it to act autonomously away from the galleon. As the galleon does not have any sail or mast to power its movement, it uses two other engines, which makes four engines to propel it quite swiftly through the skies. Now, the galleon also has two aft cannons, as you can see here, and it has three starboard and three port cannons. It does not have any forward firing cannons as it is not really an attack craft. Now let's go aboard her and see what else she's got. Let's make sure she's got life rafts. Lots of them. Always important when you're aboard a ship. Capital Airship, Aft Cannons, commission date September 25th, 2011. Some of you may recognize the name Aft Cannons. It was the solenoid capital flagship in the 1980s movie Gal's Force Eternal Story. In my opinion, it was the best movie of the five, including the OVAs. As you can see, this is not a long ship, but it's not a short ship either. It's got a very wide deck. I have made a lot of space out of what little room there is on the inside, and the guest quarters will be a good example of that. So these are the guest quarters. As you can see, they are quite spacious, as I like my guests to feel comfortable. We've got a love couch here, also a reading chair, got a furnace in case it gets cold, books to read, ample headspace, nice little sunken living room, two beds, lots of viewing space so you can see what's going on the port and starboard side of the ship, and behind the beds is a closet where you'll find a small chest and a large chest. But not only is this a closet, but it also is allows you access to the deck through a second hatch. Always good to have a front and a back door. Next we'll take a look at the captain's quarters, or my quarters. So, as I'm sure you've guessed, there would be a furnace and a Minecrafting table, some books for reading, my bed, and of course, my big boy. Who's my good dog, huh? Who's a good dog? Oh, yes you are. Yes you are. Here you go, boy. Oh, yeah. Alright, I've also got a chair and a desk here, and my own specific personal chest with all my treasures in it. Golden sword, Bane of Arthropods 2, knockback 1, golden sword, golden helmet. Nice. Found them, never made them. That's my story, sticking to it. I also have some inspirational artwork, which is always nice to have on the walls. Plenty of viewing apparatuses. And I also have a back door too, which leads out onto my deck. On my deck I got a chair here where I can sit, cast, do some fishing. Here are the two aft cannons as well in case we're being pursued. They aren't loaded with any serious firepower right now, but as you can see, they do fire dummy snowballs. And if we are landed directly on water, I can pop open the back here and actually go for a little dive. As you can see, I have a ladder there that allows me to get back up onto the ship. Oh yes, Airship Aft Cannons. So anybody who's following me knows who's giving him the birdie. The birdie. You know, the finger. Yes, I know, the finger goose. Ask your parents. Alright, so continuing on. Next, we will check out the crew quarters and brig. Now, this doesn't have a large crew at all. 3 other people, as you can see. Not too tightly packed together, but fairly roomy. And here are the port-sized cannons, starboard side cannons. They're all manual. And under the floor here, caution armament for cannons under floor. Stash snowballs, because you never know when a snow fort's going to need a serious pummeling. Well, maybe not with that many snowballs, but I'm working on it. And, of course, can't forget the brig. For anybody who's been bad and needs to be taught a lesson, lock them in here. As you can see, it's not very big at all. It's big enough to stick somebody in and pretty much forget about him until his next beating. We also have bomb bay doors. Should I be flying over your house and you're waving at me and you want me to throw down some goodies and candies? Well, I'd be more than happy to oblige. Enjoy. And we also have a cargo bay. In here we have various cargo containers with various cargo, special items. I'm sure you know what these two things are used for, just in case we need some backup and in case we need to make an emergency escape. Resources, as you can see in this one, because we're going to build something wherever we go. Food items. It's going to be a long trip. Hey, I've eaten all my bowls of soup already. Thank God the Nether's got tons of mushrooms. Love that stew. And random stuff. What's in here? Okay, a dispenser and wooden door, whatever. Oh yeah, I was trying to figure out how I could use those in the front, but I decided not to. Armor and weapons. A bunch of TNT. You could drop on people. Some swords. Oh yeah, missing leather armor. And some bows and whatnots, arrows. And tools, of course. Wherever we're going, we're going to need tools. Now, we also have another hatch here. Yes, again, another hatch. Hatches everywhere and doors leading everywhere. Everywhere has to have 2 or 3 entrances and exits. My own personal quarters here have 4 of them. And here's the other one. Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog. This goes up to the poop deck. This is where higher ranking officials will control the ship and yell at the crew for disorderly conduct. The wheel, of course, so you can control the ship. As you can see, it's a pretty good view from up here. Unfortunately, the view is not that good. It's a foggy day, considering I am using a HP Pavilion DV-6 6178CA. Not the best for this game, but it's good for other uses. As you can see, the port and starboard side engines also have access gateways. In case the engines have some problem, you can run out onto the arms and fix them up. And that's pretty much it for the galleon. Now let's check out the Zeppelin. Plane hangar, airship, deck and bridge, sea ship. So we have the port side engine and starboard side engine. Now, just like on the galleon, should you need to get out onto the engine to fix it, well, you can. Observation lounge, bridge, and bedrooms. The blimp has 3 bedrooms. They're all exactly the same. Bed, lamp, a small viewing apparatus. Pretty cramped, nothing special. Cozy beds though. As you can see, they all look exactly the same. And there's also the observation lounge, where people can get together and have a conference, or just sit and talk, or check out a landing. outside the port side windows. And then at the front, of course, would be the bridge. Now the entire vessel can be controlled from up here, or the entire vessel can be controlled from the ship down below as well. As you can see, there's a good view up here all the way around. There's the captain's chair and the steering wheel. Great view. And that's pretty much it for the only deck on the ship. Now to check out the plane hangar and the plane's hangar. So as you can see, if you have the planes mod, you can fit about 2 aircraft in here and however many more in treasure chests. And this would be the elevator that leads to, yeah, you guessed it, the flight deck. Because if you're going to have airplanes, you're going to need a way to launch them, right? So let's go check out the flight deck. And here it is, the flight deck. It extends to the entire length of the airship. Plenty of room for aircraft to take off and land. And there's even a small superstructure as well. So, so when you're up here, you can actually get a good look at the flight deck and direct all the aircraft coming in. And yeah, that's pretty much it for my airship. I spent a lot of hours on it, and like I said, I'm not done it. It'll probably never be done. I'll always be adding stuff, modifying stuff, trying to get it exactly the way I want it. But as my first airship, it was a fun build, and I can't wait to make the next one, which will be a hell of a lot larger. So now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to disappear out of the emergency escape hatch onto the rudder, and yeah, that's it for me. Bye-bye.